Now raising financially responsible children.
Sounds like advice we could all use, right? Well, joining us now to help a little bit with this is certified financial planner Lori Nadglowski. Thank you for being here, and you have just a couple of tips for us and our kids.
Yes, well, I have a 17-year-old son, so my raising financially responsible children came out of some of those conversations that I was having with him. And so the first one is to start early with your children talking about finances. And you can start as early as 3 or 4 years old. You can read books to them. There's some books like Bunny Money by Rosemary Wells that you can check out that talks about financial concepts, about saving money, about what happens when you spend too much money. And then you can move into, when they're in middle school, you can start opening a checking account for them and opening a debit card. And then once you get into high school, the second tip that I have is to start involving them in your family finances. And one of those things is to talk about how much money that you make. And I know for a lot of people, they don't want to share that information. It's kind of been something that has been taboo. You don't want to share it. It's not polite conversation to tell people how much you make. But I found with my son, when I asked him how much we made, or he thought we made in our family, he gave us a number that was quite less than what we did make. And if that's what he expected, how he could live on that number, he's going to be disappointed when he graduates from college and he gets his first job and then he's unable to maintain that lifestyle.
Because he thought he could with that amount of money. So it's really just a good expectation to look forward to. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, it's also share, if you're not comfortable with sharing how much you make, then at least start with what the expenses are and how much it costs to live.
Now, Laura, you talked about opening up a bank account. I did that. I did a debit account. I started off really well. I put X amount of money. This is what you have to spend a month. And then it started to snowball out of control where it turned into put the money in, I need money in there, I need money in there. And it's like, you know, it kind of backfired on me. Any advice?
Well, start with a budget. Sit down, and if they have an allowance, have them put out a budget on how much that they're going to spend. Set an amount that you're going to give them or how much they're making from their job. And then that's it. And have them plan out what they're going to do. And that's what the skills that they're going to need when they get into college and beyond. And the third tip actually that I have is to start talking about college when they're in middle school and how much money your family can afford to contribute or how much they want to contribute to college. Because what I've found as a financial advisor, when I start talking to people in their 20s and 30s who have a large amount of college debt, they're making a decision at age 17 that is impacting them their entire life. Yeah. That they didn't really have the skills to be able to evaluate what they were doing. And so if you start in middle school, you can make some decisions in high school that can minimize the amount of debt that you need to take on. My son is actually dually enrolled, so he'll graduate with an AA degree when he graduates from high school. And that's going to save us quite a bit of money. And for a family that maybe doesn't have enough money to send their kids into college and really need to minimize the amount that they're going to spend, starting in middle school and talking about it, making those decisions in high school can really save a lot of money and help them their financial well-being going forward.
Gosh, this is great. I haven't even heard this advice before, a lot of it. I mean, this is really interesting.
And a lot of people can find out more tonight, right?
Yes, yes, I'm going to be at the Upper Tampa Bay Library from 6:30 to 7:30 tonight. That's in West Chase.
All right, well, very interesting. And good luck to your son in all of his endeavors.
Thank you.
All right, well, stick around and we're here to help you make today great.
We'll be right back.